Hello everyone, this is Betsy from Ideas Times 2, and today I have a craft with me tutorial to how to finish up these little mini journals that we I'm embarrassed to say I started this a year ago, where I was making these little mini journal covers out of ribbon from spools. So let me show you. Here's one example. This will make a great cover. It is a little bit bigger than the one I have in my hand here, but it will still make a great mini journal, which will be around 4 by 4. These little ones measure about 3 by 3. So the ribbons, especially around Christmas time, you get these beautiful decorative ribbons, and I am a sucker for ribbon, and so these were just so cute to me. I decided to make some mini journals out of them. So, and imagine how many you can get with a spool of ribbon. But I cut 2 images for the front and back covers. But I do have a tutorial on that, so I will link that down below, and it was about a year ago. Alright, so let me just show you a few of the other ones I had made. So you can go with a vertical pattern on your ribbon or a horizontal pattern on your ribbon. This one was horizontal, so it was nice just to cut it all in one piece like this. And then I folded in the ends and made little pockets here. So I do have a tutorial on both these kinds of ribbons. And then this one, I found this gorgeous owl. Got a little bit of glitter on there, and I don't know what I did. I destroyed it completely. Well, I do know why I took this part off anyway, and that's because that little edge is crooked right here. Can you see that? And I didn't like that at all, so I just went ahead and ripped that off. But I liked the way this paper looks on the inside, and so I tried to retain that, which I did a little bit. But anyway, I took off the fabric on here, I took off the fabric on here, so I'm not sure what my problem was with this exactly, but I do know I didn't like that part. So this one is salvageable, I think. So this one will probably still become a little journal. But for now, I'm completing this one, and then I will also give this a try to complete this one as well, and probably the owl one, I'm hoping. So that is my plan, and maybe make one out of this. That would be cool too. So we will see what happens with that. But so let's get back to this one real quick. I wanted to show you, so I made some signatures. I made 4 of them, and by the time this gets done, this will have 160 pages. That includes fronts and backs. My signatures all have cardstock. This is all from the same paper pad, so they all match, and they sort of go with the turquoise color theme that I have here. So I had just put in miscellaneous papers. You know how you do just regular junk journal type stuff. I did some sewing already around some of the pages just for a little interest. I've got some hand stained papers, notebook paper, graph paper. So I did that on all of them. So what can you put in these little journals? You could make it fairly plain. Of course, it's almost like making a full-size junk journal, right? You have your own style. You can make it however you like. But I have already done a few things, and I just wanted to show you. So there is sewing. There's a little bit of stenciling, like this one. So in each signature, I have done a little bit, a few things, but I haven't completed all of my decorations yet. So I've got lace stained paper that I made. I've made a little snippet on here, so it's just the same as everything else that you would make. So it is sari silk and ribbon, a little bit of lace, and I stapled that on with the mini stapler. I have stamping, so this is a little Merry Christmas stamp, and I have pages falling out on me. See if I have anything else to show you. This one I have sewn a little tinseled eyelash yarn on there to make a fun little pop of shine. And Nothing else too exciting in there. This one has a little bit of fabric that I sewed on the edge. There are a couple more places where I've stamped, a couple more places where I've stenciled. So anyway, that's a little bit of a start, but I wanted to show you. I mean, you can do pockets just like you normally do, and so I have cut out a tiny little pocket and I sewed around the edge. Made a very tiny thumb grab with a 5/8 inch punch, round punch. And so what I'll do is I'll just go in here and find a page that needs a little bit of decoration. And we'll just go ahead and glue this on. This is cute too, isn't it? Gray and with white polka dots. So cute. So if you have like a very small nozzled glue, that would probably come in handy. I don't have anything like that. I have a tiny bottle with a little spout on it, but the glue I have doesn't really work well in it, so we're just going to make do with what I've got. So I'm just going to glue that on, and then I have some Suminagashi hand marbled paper that I made, and I had a little scrap, so I folded that in thirds, and that will tuck right into that pocket. I'm not going to put it down too far, otherwise it might get stuck. I came across a Christmas tag. I don't know if you can see that, but I had embossed a snowman on there, and I made it into just like an ephemera piece or a little journal spot. And so I have these very, very tiny Tim Holtz paper clips, which I adore. I love them so much. And so I'm just going to find another spot that needs a little help. This book is actually getting a few things in it, which is really nice. So I think I'm just going to clip this on. Maybe I'll clip it onto a page that has more color so that it stands out a little bit more. And then I'm going to clip this right on, either at the top or on the side. So clip this on like that. Let's see, we can put tabs on the sides, we could put tabs on the top. Let's see, all kinds of stuff. Anything you would do, like a little snippet strip. I could make a super tiny one, that would be fun. Might glue a little label on the bottom here. Actually, before I do that, I've got some little, I put them in here because I just had an extra little envelope. But what I think I'm going to do, ooh, I know. So if I can find the 2 and the 5, I'm going to put 25 on my label and stick that on there. And I have a very small block. I'm going to use that. And I had some kind of aqua colored ink. So I'm going to put a 25 on my little label, and then I will attach it onto the paper. A tiny, tiny, hopefully this will fit okay. That one aside, I don't know what that was. Capital L or something. I think that's a 25. And of course it doesn't have to be straight because it's a junk journal and we like to have things not so perfect. Let's see if I got a 20. Yep, that is a 25. It was so small I couldn't see if it was a 6 or a 5. Okay, so before, let's see, grab a piece of paper here. A little scrap paper. Alright, so before I glue this on, I'm going to stamp my little 25 on there. There we go. And then I'm just going to glue this real small label onto the bottom of that page. Oops. You could ink the edges of things too. I chose not to ink the edges, and my paper is just white paper. I don't have like coffee or tea stained paper. Oops. So there we have a little 25 on there. We could look at my list, make sure I don't forget something. So I made a tiny envelopes. You can make a long piece of paper and then just fold it up and leave enough room for a little flap and fold it over. So you could just basically fold it into 3 like this. You can go fold it up like this and then fold it down to make a little flap, and you can make an envelope that way, where you could sew the edges, leave the flap open, but sew the edges down, or you could glue the edges down, round the corners maybe, or make it angle or something like that, and then you've got a little envelope you can make. I do happen to have a little mini envelope punch board, which is so cool. It works the same way as the big envelope punch board, and I made this this little envelope. So it gives me a finished size of 2 inches by 2 inches, which I can clip onto one of the pages. I'll go ahead and do that. Or you can, if this is the center of the signature, you can sew this in to the signature like this, and then have a little flapping envelope. You could, glue it along the edge like this, and then you have your envelope flip going that way. I might have been out of frame, so let me show that again. So this is the middle of the envelope. You can put that in to the center, and when you sew in your signature, this will get sewn down. So you can just have like an envelope that flips like this. You can clip it onto the edge of the paper, top, side. You could also glue it underneath a paper, or I mean not glue it, but just fold it in like that, so you've got an envelope flip here. And then you could glue it down just in a few spots here to make this into a tuck spot. So lots of ways you can use a little envelope. So we've got that to work with. I think I'm going to go ahead and just clip it up here on the top. Alright, so those types of things. I also have a sticker sheet from this paper pad that I used, and it is an old one, but it's called Hello Winter Echo Park, and it's super cute. So it does have some very tiny little stickers here, so I might go ahead and use some of these. I don't use stickers very often, but I think it's a great opportunity in a tiny journal like this. So look at this little bird. I'm going to put him on the envelope. And then we'll go ahead and decorate another page. They even have little sayings that'll fit. Spread cheer here, hello winter. I think, yep, I think that one will fit. For now, I think I'm going to do these mittens. I'm just going to grab those mittens real quick. And I'm going to put them sort of in the middle of the page. Like that. So lots of decorations, exactly how you would decorate a regular junk journal. You could even make a fold out by making one of these pages real long and then folding it in. Or you could glue or use washi tape to attach another paper that will fold out like this. That would be really cute. I'm gonna do a bunch of that kind of stuff when I finish up this whole thing. So yeah, that I'm not gonna grab it right now, but I've got some washi tape that I'll be using on here as well. So those are the little touches that you can do with these mini junk journals. Trying to see if I had anything else. Of course, you can hang charms off of the edge of these. You can make a little tassel. So what I'm going to do off camera is go ahead and sew these signatures directly into the spine. So I'll have 4 little lines of string on the outside, and then I had already decided, I think, that I want this twine to wrap around to be the closure. So I'm going to finish this up. Maybe not decorate all the pages 100%, but I'm going to finish up the sewing of the signatures and be back in just 1 second. All right, I'm back with these signatures all sewn in, and I have 4 signatures. I've done a lot of work to the book. It's almost complete. It's not quite done yet. So I'll show just a few of those things. I'm not going to do a complete flip through, but I'll show you a few of those things in just a few minutes. But first of all, I want to give you a couple more ideas. So I'm going to show you how to make an acetate window page. So I'm going to put a window here so that you'll be able to see through the window on this side. When you flip it this way, you'll be able to see through the window on this side. And we'll put something on each side to show through the window. It'll be lots of fun, so we're going to do that. And then I'm going to show you how to do a fold out, and that will add some interest to the book as well. All right, so now this acetate window would have been a lot easier if I would have done it before I sewed the signatures in, but I did not think about it. But I do have a 1.5 inch punch. I wish I had a 1 1/4 inch. I need to remember that next time I go to the store. For an 1.25 inch punch, I think would be the perfect size, but I am going to make do with what I have. So what I already did was I put some pencil marks kind of where I want the punch to fall, but since I can only go so far with this punch, it's going to have to probably just, I'm going to butt it up. There's a straight edge right here, so I'm going to butt up the bottom of the page with that to make it, it'll be nice and straight, but it's going to be down a little bit farther than I wanted it to be, but that's okay. I think it'll be fine. I'm going to punch that. So now I have a hole punched in there, and I do have 1 little pencil mark left over. I am going to erase that. I think that'll be cute. That's going to be cute. All right, so what I did was I have a little piece of acetate, and you can get this from packaging. Hang on to those little scraps of packaging. Or I have a box of, do you remember the old overhead projectors? I have a box of acetate from that I found at my work that nobody was using. So I was able to rescue that from the trash. And what I did here is I put some double-sided tape on 3 edges, and I have a roll of it here. I'm going to put another piece of double-sided tape on the very last edge. Some of this is going to get cut off though, because like I said, I didn't do this before I had it in the book, and so it's in a little bit of a different location than I anticipated. But it's fine, it'll all work out. But I'll just have to do a little cutting here, a little adjusting. Sorry, I was off screen. I was off screen a little bit, so all I was doing was pushing this down with my bone folder. You can use certain types of glues too, but I found that the double-sided tape actually works the best for putting acetate, attaching acetate on to a page. So yeah, I'm going to have to go ahead and attach this and then trim it off just a little bit. In fact, maybe I'll trim that first so that the sticky edge is maybe just a little farther away from, yeah, that should work. That should work nicely. I didn't want the tape to actually be right on the edge, so for example, if I would cut it like this and then cut off the excess right here, I didn't want that because I thought maybe that stickiness would sort of still be present at the bottom. But this way, since I cut that off already, I'll be able to bring that up from the edge just a tiny bit. So, all right, so now I punched my hole. I'm going to put on my acetate. Fabri-Tac works pretty well too, I think. So, but just use what you have. Use what you have. This is going to be held in place too with another piece of paper. So, okay, so I'm sticking that right onto the page. So now, this side is ugly right now, but we're going to fix that. And this side has a nice little window on it. And you could ink these edges up first and that type of thing. I think I'm going to leave it. I think so. We will see about that. Now what I'm going to do is punch a hole in this lining paper, and then I'm going to put that directly over and sort of make this page turn into this aqua color. All right, so I'm going to hold up my paper. I cut a piece of paper about the same size as, it's a little short right there, but I'll put a piece of washi tape or something up there. So this is the same width as the paper. So I'm going to do the same thing with this paper that I did with the punch when I was putting it up on the page, and that is line up the bottom edge with this squared off edge here at the bottom of this paper punch. Okay, and fell right out. It fell right out. So I'm going to put glue on it this time. I'm going to put some glue, because I know if I put sticky tape on there, or I could do both, right? I could do the tape plus the glue. But for now, I think I'm just going to put glue on. I think it'll hold just fine. So then I have to line that up carefully, because I don't want to get any glue on the acetate where it'll show, although it does rub off, but it's kind of nice to get it perfect as possible so you don't have to rub it off. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, let me see what I can do here. I'm putting that behind here so I can actually see it a little bit better, because I'm trying to cover up those white edges, and it was against the white paper and I just could not see it. I was a little bit off frame there, but all I was doing was lining up the paper. Okay, so I think I'm gonna not put anything right here. So this will be a little white strip, but I will put some washi tape or something on there. In fact is, let's go ahead and put this washi tape on. If I try to put something here, it might not stick too well, because that's where the spine is curving and the paper will curve up a little bit. So I've got some really pretty washi tape here, if I can find the end. Okay. And I am going to just stick it on. I'm thinking this wouldn't stay too well without glue, so that's why I glued it. All right, put that up there. Okay, so what I had planned on one of the sides, I might go ahead and do this hat here, but I definitely wanted to get this owl in there. So what I'm going to do is hold up the owl like this, and then slowly come down onto the page, push it, and that owl will be in the right place for that window. Okay, so I'm trying to think. Yep, I think we'll do the hat with maybe a few snowflakes too, depending on how this looks. Okay, let's check it out. Let's see how it looks. Okay, I like the hat. I think I'm going to leave the ties off, because when it's in the window you can't really tell what that is. So I'm just going to leave the hat. I'm going to get that in there. And gently just push that down. And then I am going to put a couple of snowflakes on there. And these, it won't matter too much if they're in frame or not. So just gonna put some all around, and then it'll sort of look like there's snow. Some of them we'll be able to see, some of them we won't. There we go. So we just have a little hat with some snow on one side and a little owl on the other. All right, so that's a little peekaboo page. Now, try to find a spot for this fold out. So what I did was, this was a scrap. I didn't really even measure it. And I folded about a 1/2 inch or 3/8 of an inch little fold here. I sort of held it up to a page. I think it goes on like this. I held it up to a page and then folded it so that it flips back this way. And I just put a little tab on there. And then you'll be able to, if you make one of these, you'll be able to decorate each side, which I think is going to be really cool. I won't show you all the decorations I put on there right now, but I did have this started on one of these pages, and I wanted to show you how to attach it. Ah, that's okay. That's okay. I'll put it right here. All right, so I'm just gonna put a little glue on this hinge. And I wanted the green at the top, so I put the glue on this side of the hinge, on the white side. I'm gonna butt that right up against the edge. Doesn't have to be like totally on the edge. It's just a tiny, just a hair off the edge. And then, like I said, I folded it back this way, and then I folded it one more time, and I left enough room to have a little tab. And so here's a little pull out, and I think it'll be so great to have. In fact, as I cut out and made a little pocket, and I think I'm going to put that there so that when you fold this out, there's a little side tuck. So I'm going to put that on. Ooh, do you like this side? I think I might do this side. I like that little sort of like Fair Isle type knitting look. So we're going to put that there like that. That's great. Okay. And then that way I'll be able to tuck in something or other right there. I might make, you know, a little collage or do something. Collage here for sure, I think. And then maybe some little tiny tags, or maybe a belly band or something with a tag. I think that'll be cute. So there's how you make a little pull out. And here's our peekaboo page right there. So perfect. All right, so I did want to show you just a couple things I did in this book. I made an envelope flip. So we talked about the mini envelope board. So I just did the 3 sizes, the largest sizes I could make. Went down the list. This maybe is the smallest one you can make. These 2 are the couple of the largest ones you can make on that mini envelope board. So I just made an envelope flip. So I've got 3 tiny little envelopes with things in them. This one flips up, and then I put a pocket with a little banner under there. So this one I might need to attach a little ribbon on because it was a little bit hard to get out. So it's sort of like a double-sided circle tag. And this is just a piece of paper, I think. And then this one is a little image of a cocoa cup. So that goes down like this. This goes over, and I decorated, put little stickers on them. So before I did the envelopes, before I glued the envelopes down, I glued down this ribbon so that once it's all done, it can be tied so they don't flap around. And then I just tied this in a little bow. This is some seam binding tape. I wanted either sari silk or seam binding tape because it's thinner. But this also has lots of room for, so I might just flip just real quick, just flips through some of the things that I did on it. I did put some tabs on. There's a collage tag. I showed you a couple of these things already. So lots of little things. And like I said, I have a few more things few more pages I'd like to decorate. I separated, there was a longer saying on here, and I just separated all the words and put it on there like that. Oh, I did make a little snippet strip, so here's a very tiny snippet strip with little bits and bobs. There's our peekaboo page. I might put some color up here. I think it looks pretty good though, the way it is. These were some little banners from the sticker sheet. I just drew a line and a bow that they'd be coming from. And this is the little folded envelope that we made. And I kept it, I didn't even glue the sides or anything. I kept it as sort of like an envelope style fold out. And that's about it. I put a double pocket back here. So I made a tag with some pom-pom trim, and I stenciled on this ephemera piece right here. So almost done with this, but I thought I'd bring you along so you could see how you can finish off these little books. This one pretty much just has a one color scheme, right, with the teal, but I brought out, I was ready to put this pink with it. I think that would have been really cute too, but I just stuck with the teal. So that's what the final result of our ribbon cover would look like. Can't wait to do the other ones and get those all finished for this year. I'm super excited about it. So I thank you for tuning in today and for watching the video. Please like and subscribe if you'd like to, and I'll leave the links below where you can find us. Take care of everybody, and we will catch up with you later. Bye.